Okay, it's recording.
Okay.
Everybody but me can record. I can't record, and I'm the president.
Okay, just a minute.
Okay.
Okay. That was it?
That's it.
Okay. Impressive. Okay, what are we going to do? Invocation first?
You're going to welcome.
Oh, welcome. Welcome, everybody. Linda's a past district governor. Now, you may not know how a past district governor is like an old tennis shoe. Everything's worn out but the tongue. And any Rotarian, you don't have to explain that.
Anyway, go on to the pledge.
All right, I found a flag. Look
Good.
at that. See?
Okay.
And pretend I'm sitting up because I have a laptop in my lap. And if I stand up, I don't have a laptop in my lap.
Okay, we don't
So-
see the flag. Okay. Move the flag. There you go.
Can I keep moving? All right, join me in the pledge. I pledge
Pledge allegiance to the flag
of the
of the United
States of America
and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
For all.
I don't have any announcements.
Well, you can talk
David-
about Rick, the Rick thing.
Rick is, well, you've already got it online. You put
Yeah.
it in an email. It's on the
9th.
9th, but on the 8th, no, the 10th is the funeral, the 9th is the visitation, I think. Friday and Saturday, that night. And it's going to be at Restland over off in Greenville and 635. So David and I will miss the roundtable this month, and we'll be going to that. And we're going to the major donor dinner on Friday night, this Friday. We've Carlissa and Steve Puckett that were at our governor's visit. They're going to go as our guest. I think they may eventually join our club. So we're keeping them busy. They helped with our, or she did help with our Boys and Girls Club Halloween party. We did have enough refreshments and candy and everything left over that we'll be sponsoring really their lock-in for Friday night for the older kids. The Halloween party we had last Friday evening was for K through 3, and we had 44 kids.
But they told us 70,
They told us 70 would
and
be
we
there.
bought stuff for 70.
So anyway, we had stuff left over for their other activity.
And the other
They
thing
like
is
the
our party's on December 10th.
Right. And
Is it at the
we'll be talking
Dendy's
about
again
it.
or someplace else?
It's going to be at Lisa's, I think.
Okay.
I think we have more fun when it's there.
Okay. I was
Larkin's
just-
there.
Okay.
She enjoys it. And
I can go visit my furniture.
yeah, and he can go, well, somewhere out in the garage. We'll put
I've
David.
got a bunch of card tables and chairs.
Okay, I don't have anything else.
No.
Howard, do you want to introduce our speaker?
Sure. Tonight we have a great speaker, is Davin Michaels. Davin is an international speaker. He speaks all around the world like I do. I've known him about 10 years. He's a really nice guy. He has his own company that's very successful in addition to speaking, and I believe he's going to be talking about marketing online and succeeding at that tonight, which is something he does extremely well. And I consider him a good friend and fellow speaker, so I'll let Davin take over and talk about himself a little, and I'm going to mute my mic so you don't get any background noise until you're done.
Yeah, let's everybody mute.
Actually, guys, keep your microphone on for a second so I can just ask you a couple quick questions. First of all, we're going to go about 30 minutes, yeah?
Yes.
That's fine.
Okay, cool. And I already know what Howard does, and I know a lot of people in Rotary are retired, but Linda, what do you do? Or do
Well,
you?
I am retired,
Okay.
but when I was working, I sold titanium dioxide, the manufacturer's rep, account manager. I had 11 states, part of Mexico, so I traveled extensively.
Perfect. Perfect. Okay. So I'm going to be talking a lot about lead gen and how to outsource all the busy stuff in your business. So that's cool. You'll be able to relate. And how about you, David?
I am either retired or unemployed. I think unemployed pays better, but I designed various types of aircraft, from
Okay.
helicopters, airplanes, had the B-2 main landing gear base structure. I was the lead designer on that. Did a lot of landing gear work, so forth.
Okay.
Whatever.
And
So
just so
you're
you know, they both do a lot with Rotary right now. Linda was the past governor, but she's also, there are people in Rotary and there are people that are Rotary, and she's very involved with the International Rotary Organization around the world.
Okay, well, cool. And then in that case, I'm going to show some really powerful follow-up strategies, for getting more people to meetings and getting more members on board. So I'll share that as well. And so, David, you're an engineer by trade, right?
Right.
Okay, got it. All right, great, guys.
Aeronautical, aerospace hadn't been invented yet.
Okay, got
It
it.
bothers me a little that I'm 2 years older than the aerospace department at Texas A&M. But
Wow. All right. Well, let's see. Can you guys see my screen?
Yes.
I can.
Yes.
Okay, great. Well, I'm Davin Michaels. I'll tell you a little bit more about myself in a moment. But before we get into it, I'll have you ponder this question, and that is, how would your life be different with a team behind you? How would your life be different? So what I'm going to share with you today and what you're about to discover is how you can start and or increase your business today, how to outsource all the busy stuff in your business, and how to have a massive amount of leads and business coming through the door every day. And also, if you guys want to mute your microphones now, you can. Okay. And my promise to you is I'm going to show you how to add a zero to your bank account. More leads equals more dollars. But two, and most importantly, I'm going to show you how to get your life back. If that sounds good, give me a nice virtual. Okay, great. All right. And when you do, or when I do, you're going to want to hang out with me for a lifetime. So tell you a little bit about myself. I've actually been self-employed for 30 years. And I have to tell you, when I hear that number, I crack up because up until recently, I thought it was 20. And I was actually in Palm Springs, California, and I was getting ready to do a presentation kind of like this one. And I started to do the math and I was like, oh my gosh, it's been nearly 30 years. Now, I don't know where the time has gone. Of course, I started my business when I was 4 years old. No, just kidding. I started my business when I was 15 years old. Don't do the math. I made my first million at the age of 25. That was kind of cool. Today, I'm founder of a company called 123 Employee. And we're the premier outsourcing centers in the Philippines. We have hundreds and hundreds and hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of employees on 3 continents. And we work with entrepreneurs, small, medium-sized businesses all over the globe. And we do all the busy stuff in their business. Busy stuff, we use the letters BS for busy stuff. And we do all the busy stuff in their business, all their internet marketing, their social media, their telemarketing, their back office tasks, their inbound, outbound voice, their customer service. The list goes on and on. Our mission at 123 Employee is to rescue lifestyle-starved entrepreneurs, give them their time back and their lives back. We love doing it. I'm a New York Times best-selling author. I'm an international speaker. And a little known secret about me, actually, for many years, I was the biggest electronic music event producer in the U.S. I used to throw parties for 15 to 20,000 people a night. How'd you like to be on my guest list? Because of that built-in fan base, I had a short career as a recording artist, pretty long career as a music and television producer. Worked with some of the biggest bands in the world. Here's Black Eyed Peas, here's Coolio, and you may or may not know these names, but you probably know their music because they're played on every radio station in every country every single minute of the day. And this is just sort of the reward for my blood, sweat, and tears. And I'm just showing you this picture for one reason. I think it's kind of pimp. And I have a pretty amazing story, but what I want you to know is it came with a lot of sacrifice. I worked my tail off in the early days of my business. I worked 16-hour days for years. And I kept thinking to myself, there has to be a better way. And when I discovered outsourcing, everything changed for me in my business. Today, I have a brick and mortar business, but I travel the globe running my business from some of the most exotic places on the planet. And I show people how to do that. But when you think about outsourcing, just to put this in perspective, this person could pick up your phones. This person could do content marketing for you. This person could do your transcription, your research. This person could schedule appointments. This person could do your Facebook and your Instagram, and your Twitter and your social media and handle your sales calls and do your follow-up calls for Rotary groups, do your emails. The list just goes on and on. So guys, I hope you'll take some copious notes here. I'm going to give you a lot of information. I highly suggest you write them down. It'll certainly help you in your biz. So write this down. Outsourcing equals freedom. Outsourcing equals freedom. So let me talk to you for a moment about your time and what your time is worth. So for example, let's see, how would I put this in perspective? Let's say business is going great. Let's say your time is now worth a couple $1,000s an hour. Can you then go out and buy more time? You guys are all muted, so you could just say, go like this. No, you can't go out and buy time. Time is that one precious commodity that we can't buy. Once it's gone, it's gone. So I want to make sure that you're doing the things that juice and excite you. For me, it's traveling the globe, having great experiences with my family. That's kind of what I love to do. So over the next few minutes, I'm going to share with you and show you how to create a positive outsourcing ROI in your business. And this is a term that I coined several years ago. It's just like the name implies. It's all about taking virtual assistants, overseas assistants, to help them grow your business. You win as a company. We win as a company. It's a symbiotic relationship. And our brothers and sisters overseas that have far less than we do, they win too. It's kind of a triple win. And throughout my presentation, I'm going to share some case studies with you as well. These are entrepreneurs having the same challenges in their business that many entrepreneurs have, and I'm going to show you how they bridge those challenges utilizing an outsourced team. So the first person I want to introduce you to, her name is Anushka Drescher. And Anushka believes that if she's not growing, she's dying. And my guess is that's the same with you guys, or you wouldn't be on this call with me right now. And Anushka really had two passions. One was she had a passion for travel, and the other was she had a penchant for learning. She just loved to learn things. As a matter of fact, Anushka's nirvana was going to amazing events somewhere in the world, learning something incredible, and then moving on to her next destination and doing it all over again. This is what she loved to do. But the challenge that she had is that while she was traveling around getting great education that she must have to grow her business kind of grinded to a halt because she was the epicenter of her business, as so many entrepreneurs are. So I'll show you how Anushka bridged that challenge. So Anushka actually picked up one of these digital pens. I'm not sure if you've ever seen these before, but they're actually pretty cool. So it's a regular pen. It writes, but it also records audio. And then you have this special paper, and you write on the paper, and it actually transcribes your notes, and you can upload to your computer. And then the cool thing is later when you go back to your notes, you can press anywhere on the paper, and you can actually hear the audio from that portion of the speech. Pretty cool, yeah? You guys can give me a yes if you think that's cool. Okay, cool. So what Anushka did is she picked up one of these digital pens. She would travel to her event. She would take copious notes. Then she would email that file to her virtual assistant. Her virtual assistant would then mind map everything. And then they would decide together what they're going to implement. And then her virtual assistant would begin her implementation while Anushka moved on to her next destination. Pretty cool strategy, yeah? You guys like that? You know, and I'm going to have you go ahead and turn on your mics, guys, so we can actually interact. Yeah. Okay, cool. All right, great. Awesome. All right, so I'm going to actually show you. I forgot I was going to show you this. I'm going to show you one of my secret weapons. So I'll kind of explain this to you. So at 123 Employee, one of the things that we do on a daily basis for so many of our clients is called data mining. Okay, so what is data mining? Data mining is compiling databases. So let me give an example. And this would be like for you, Linda. So let's say that you have an avatar for the perfect Rotary Club member. Okay, so you would then give that information to your virtual assistant. Your virtual assistant would then go out onto the internet, find where these people are, and then scrape that data. And they would take data like names, email addresses, phone numbers, contact us pages, social media sites, and the list goes on, and they would compile a database for you. And then your virtual assistant could reach out on your behalf to see if they could garner interest and then eventually bring more Rotary members into your chapter, okay? So this is something that we used to do manually, and as you can imagine, it was kind of an arduous process. It used to take our team hours to do this kind of research and scrape the data, but I knew that we could figure out a more efficient solution. So we actually created a software solution. We never got around to marketing it, but we do use it internally. So it's actually, I'm going to show it to you. So it's called Lead Sonic. Again, we've never got around to marketing it, but like I said, we are using it internally. And I'm just going to show you how we use it internally. It's kind of neat. So, for example, can you guys, let's see if you can see my screen. Can you see my screen right now? Do you see the
I see the Zoom screen.
Okay, you still, okay, hold on a sec. Let me just make a quick change here. Hold on one second. Okay. And great. Okay, now can you see this?
Yeah, it's bigger.
Yeah.
The Zoom screen?
Yeah, no, now you should see, it should say lead Sonic, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wait a minute.
And I can read some
Oh,
of
now-
it.
Okay, I guess Zoom just popped up. Okay.
Yeah.
All right, so you can see that, Linda?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. So yeah, David, I know it's really small print, but that's okay.
Oh, I can see it now.
Okay, good. Okay, cool. All right, so let's say that I was working with dentists. Let's say that I wanted to bring dentists into my business. Like maybe I had a dental lab and I work with dentists. Okay, so I type in the word dentist. And then Howard, where are you? You're in Houston, right?
I'm in McKinney, which is near Dallas.
Near Dallas. Okay, so I'll just use the major city. So I'll just do Dallas here. I go to Dallas, Texas, and I could do thousands of results, but I'm just going to do 10 right now. And then I'm going to click here, Google Pages, Yelp, Yellow Pages, and Facebook. Okay. Now, when I do this, this is what used to take us hours to do this kind of research and pull up this kind of data. Now it literally takes us seconds. So within less than a minute or so, it starts spitting out data. So now it's starting to spit me out data. It's giving me titles, it's giving me categories, it's giving me websites, people's names, their phone numbers, email addresses, contact us pages, social media sites, and even fan pages. Now, what I like is that with Facebook, I can actually, so this app actually brings up fan pages and I can sort by likes. So let me ask you guys a question. Why do you think it would be important for me to sort by likes? Any idea?
Well, people with more likes would be people you wanted to prioritize.
That's exactly correct, Howard. Right, because the people at the top of the list with the most amount of likes, these are the people that have the most successful businesses. They're making the most amount of money. They're investing the most amount of money in their businesses. If I have something to sell these guys, these are the guys and gals that are going to buy it from me. Also, if I want to have some sort of affiliate relationship, maybe I don't sell to dentists, but I sell to dentist patients, these are the people that have the most amount of patients. So do you see how this would generate kind of unlimited leads for life in your business? You guys get that?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, cool.
What do
Awesome.
you charge for something like that? What is that lead?
You know, we actually, Howard, we haven't got around to marketing it yet. We may one of these days. We use it internally. I'm happy to get you a copy of it.
I would love it. Yes.
Yeah, no problem. But what we do is we do use it internally. So when you hire our VAs, we can just sit there and do that work.
Well, I
for
could
you.
see a lot of applications for that.
Exactly.
For what I like, getting schools or
Yeah.
or finding people that are helping kids that might be potential JV partners, things like that.
Yeah,
We
exactly.
used to go through Yellow Pages and get classifications. Because
Yeah.
Rhoda's big on classifications. So
Yeah.
we used to go through, if you want to get a plumber, electrician, or anybody, you go look in the Yellow Pages. Well, now
Yeah.
I don't even know what the Yellow Pages are.
That's right. That's right. You know, I have to tell you the funniest thing. You will not believe this. I literally, I couldn't believe this. A couple of weeks ago, somebody sent us a phone book. I couldn't believe it. I didn't think anybody is still printing phone books, but somebody sent us a Yellow Page phone book, and it was full of people paying for ads, which I just thought was absolutely hilarious. But
Yeah.
anyway. So funny. But yeah, so Howard, what we normally do is, we can do, like, again, this is something you could do yourself, but it's not worth your time. You should be traveling around speaking. That's where you make your money. Let a company like us do that for you. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Yeah, cool. All right, so the next person I want to introduce you to, his name is Mike Evans, and Mike was one of our clients. And Mike was doing affiliate marketing. And my guess, I know that, Howard, you know what affiliate marketing is, but Linda and David, I bet you don't. So let me explain what it is. So there are hundreds of thousands of companies out there that have proven products. They have marketing material already created, and they will give you what's called an affiliate link. And you can send that link out to whomever. You can send it out to your marketing list or to your friends or your peers or whomever. And when somebody purchases from that link, they will cut you a check. And that's one of the ways that they generate business for their business. Now, there are two ways that every business should be utilizing affiliate marketing in their business. And I see so many businesses that don't, most don't. And when you're not doing this, you're literally leaving a couple zeros on the table. So there are two ways that every business should be utilizing affiliates. One is you should absolutely have your own affiliate program. For example, at my company, at 123 Employee, we have about 6,000 affiliates. Now, I have to tell you, I don't know any of them, but I love every single one of them because I call them my invisible workforce. They're literally sending me business day or night, whether I'm sleeping or awake. Now, most of these affiliates, they're not big. They might send me like one new person, one new deal a year. But times 6,000, it certainly adds up. Now, within that group, we have a subset of what we call our JV partners or joint venture partners. And what a joint venture partner is, they're just another affiliate, but these are the big boys and girls. And these are the ones that I know on a first name basis. Many of them are some of my best friends. My kids play with their kids. And we take lavish, incredible trips together. And that's because these guys can generate me $10,000 to $100,000 in about 90 minutes. So these are, as you can imagine, pretty good friends to have. And so that's what we call our JV partners, and they generate us a lot of business. Now, the second way you want to utilize affiliates in your business is the second way that you utilize affiliates is you use affiliates to fill the gaps in your business. So let me explain what I mean by that. Linda, when you were in business, you pretty much sold one thing, okay? David, when you were an engineer, you were kind of one type of engineer. Most businesses are in one business. They may sell a line of things, but basically they're in one business. Howard is in the speed reading business or the learning business. I am in the outsourcing business. But there's a myriad of other things. That my clients would buy from me once they know, like, and trust me, if only I had it to sell to them. And so what happens is most businesses don't sell all this other stuff, but through my affiliates, I have the ability to do that. So for example, I'm in the outsourcing business, but I also sell my clients marketing services, and I sell them printing services, and I sell them shipping services and office supplies, and the list goes on and on. I sell them Howard's learning products, okay, because I'm not in the learning business. So this allows me to fill the gaps in my business. It allows me to add a zero to my bank account because I'm getting all this revenue that I wouldn't have gotten otherwise. And I don't want to be in 14 different businesses. I've been successful in my business because I only focus on one thing, and I let all my affiliates fill the gaps in my business. And in that scenario, my affiliate makes a bunch of money, I make a bunch of money, and my clients, they get a service that's offered by a trusted source. They know that if they have a problem with Howard, they can come to me. They have recourse. So there you go. Does that make sense, guys?
Yes.
Okay, cool. All right, so I'm going to share another strategy with you guys. I do have to warn you, it's going to generate unlimited leads for life in your business. I hope you're okay with that. All right, so this is a LinkedIn strategy. And just like Howard, I travel all over the globe. I speak to young, bright entrepreneurs just like you guys all over the planet. And I always ask entrepreneurs, are you on LinkedIn? And literally the entire room raises their hand. And then I always ask, how many of you feel like you're underutilizing LinkedIn? And the entire room raises their hand. So I'm going to share with you a little strategy to turn LinkedIn into a magical marketing lead machine that spits out leads every single day. So there's a website out there, and it's right up top here. It's onelinkedin.com. So once again, that's the number one, linkedin.com. Now, if you go to this website, you will find the biggest group of open networkers on LinkedIn. So what are open networkers? Well, open networkers are people that have agreed to become your friend in advance because they want to grow their network like you want to grow your network. So what you do is you go to this site and you sign up. Now, it's going to cost you some money. It's going to cost you $50 a year. I'm sure you can all swing that. Now, when you go to the site and you pay the $50, within about 24 hours, you will begin receiving friend requests, and they will never stop. They will come in forever. Now, if you're on LinkedIn, you're probably used to receiving friend requests, and hopefully you've accepted those friend requests because that's how you grow your network. But what you may or may not realize is that every time you accept a friend request, that's a chance for a magical marketing message. And that's because there's a box to the right of the button where you accept the invitation. And so I have a templatized message that goes in the box, and mine goes like this. Mine says, hey there, I'm Davin Michaels, founder of 123 Employee, the premier outsourcing centers in the Philippines. We work with entrepreneurs all over the globe, some of the biggest thought leaders on the planet. We do their internet marketing, social media, customer service, telemarketing, blah, 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 everything else. Click here to get a copy of my book. So I have a link in there that says, click here to get a copy of my book. This is one of my first books on outsourcing. It's a free book. And so, Howard, this is a good question for you. So my call to action is click here to get a free copy of my book. Why would I use that call to action?
Because you can get their information, and then they're no longer being contacted only on LinkedIn, where you can get slammed if you over communicate, and they're giving you permission to stay in touch with them for other things you're doing.
That's exactly right. So I'm using it to grow my list, exactly. But you could put whatever call to action you want to in the box. You could say, click here to get my book, click here to get my white paper, click here to get more information, here's my phone number, give me a call, give me your phone number, I'll give you a call, give me your mailing address, I'll send you a package, give me your mailing address, I'll show up on your doorstep. Whatever that call to action is, you put it in the box. And the action is simple. It's just literally copy, paste, send, copy, paste, send, copy, paste, send. Now, hopefully you'll adopt this in your business, but if you do, don't waste your time doing it yourself. Definitely outsource it. Okay, so I have another strategy for you guys. You guys ready for it?
Sure.
All right, now I do have to warn you, it's going to generate unlimited leads for life in your business. I hope you're okay with that. All right, so this is another great strategy to grow your Rotary Club local chapters, okay? So I'm sure you guys all know Craigslist, and I'm sure you would agree there's enough business on Craigslist to last you 10,000 lifetimes. So I'm going to show you how to harness the power of Craigslist in what I call a reverse marketing strategy. So in this scenario, there's a website out there, and it's called Search Tempest. Write this down, searchtempest.com. And I believe that Search Tempest is literally the best kept secret on the internet. I actually shared the stage with Bill Clinton in London to 6,000 people, and I asked the audience, I said, who's heard of Search Tempest? And one person raised their hand, and that was a person who'd seen me speak somewhere else in the world. So I think it's the best kept secret on the internet. Write it down, searchtempest.com. So Search Tempest is a free website, and it crunches the data from Craigslist. And it's very elegantly designed. There's only two fields, where and what. So for example, let's say, Linda, where are you located?
In Irving, Texas.
Irving, Texas. Okay. And is the chapter in Irving?
We're online.
Online, just online. Okay. Well, I'm going to pretend. Now, there are local chapters too, right?
Oh, yeah, we have 63 local chapters.
Okay. So I'm going to pretend that I want to build my chapter in Irving, Texas. Okay. So what I would do is I would, for where I would put Irving, Texas, and for what, I'd probably look at my Rotary Club profile and kind of see, where I've had some success. I don't know, dentists, lawyers, retirees, whatever that may be. And that's what I put in the what. And then, let's just continue with the dentist thing. So let's say it was dentists that I wanted to attract. So I put in dentist, and then I hit go. And then Search Tempest starts spitting out all of the ads. And then I would have a templatized message, something like this. Hey there, notice that you're a dentist in Irving, Texas. We have many dentists in our local Rotary Club, and I'd love to invite you to our free luncheon where you could get a chance to meet us, see what we're all about, and we'd love to get a chance to meet you. Click here just to, RSVP, something like that. And literally, the action is copy, paste, send, copy, paste, send, copy, paste, send. Do you see how this would generate more business for your chapter?
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. All right, cool. But again, don't do it yourself. What should you do?
Outsource it.
Outsource. I love it. That's a great idea. Okay, cool. So here's another awesome strategy, once again, that you could use for your Rotary group, okay? So again, you're a virtual group, but let's pretend that it's a physical group. Okay, so if I had a physical group for Rotary Club, and I presume you have some sort of mixers where you bring new people in, right? And so what I would do is I'd bring people in, and well, actually, let me explain. So when it comes, like, let's say you go to an event, like a mixer or something like that, or learning event or mixer or something like that. what normally happens is most people, they show up with a bunch of business cards, they exchange a bunch of business cards, they come back home with a stack of business cards, they put them on their desk, they get busy, 6 months later they clean their desk, and they throw out the cards because they took too long to take action. Okay? Guilty? Anybody guilty? Okay. So let me give you a better strategy. So I'm a huge product of the process, if you will. I believe that all of my success has really come from three things: mentorship, mastermind, and coaching. So I will always be at events taking copious notes. I always exchange a bunch of business cards. I love people. I love to exchange ideas. I love to network. So I come back home with my stack of business cards. And or let's just say there was a Rotary Club meeting, and let's say that the membership chairman has just got a stack of business cards. Okay, same thing. So what I always do is I go over to my scanner, I scan those business cards. Then I take that file and I email it to my assistant, my virtual assistant. My virtual assistant then types all of that data into a spreadsheet, and then she uploads it to our CRM. We use Infusionsoft, but any CRM is fine. That triggers out a value-based email sequence to my prospect. That triggers a message for my people to reach out, schedule phone consultations, and then my salespeople reach out and close deals. Okay? And again, very similar. In a Rotary Club situation, they would grab business cards from the mixer, have the virtual assistant upload it to some sort of emailing platform or CRM, then have the virtual assistant reach out, find out if people were interested, if they enjoyed their time at the mixer, and then sign them up for the Rotary Club. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. All right. So here's another fun strategy. I do have to warn you, it's going to generate unlimited leads for life in your business. I hope you're okay with that. So let me ask you guys a question. Have you guys ever gone to a great event before, maybe learned something, maybe online event, maybe live event, learned something incredible, maybe bought a program, went home and did nothing? Anybody guilty of that?
Yes,
Okay. All right. So let me share.
but I didn't invest very much.
Okay. Well, that's good. That's good. I'm glad to hear that. Well, let me give you a better strategy. So I always tell people, I say, locate that program that you purchased, right? So go over to your bookshelf, grab that program, pull it off the shelf, blow the dust off of it, send it to your virtual assistant, have them learn it, and implement it for you. Pretty cool strategy. What do you think of that? You guys like that one?
Yeah.
Sure.
All right, cool. Awesome. All right, awesome. So, guys, I want to show you a video real quick. This is from one of our centers, just so you can kind of see what our people are all about, what we do at our company. Check this out. Whoops. Check it out.
I'm Davin Michaels, author of the book Outsource This. Welcome to 123 Employee.
At 123 Employee, we consider ourselves to be in a technology business. Our clients depend on us to deploy for them the latest technologies in social media, internet marketing, customer service, and telemarketing.
Hi, my name is Felchi, and I'm a virtual assistant of a lawyer in Texas. I work closely hand in hand with my clients as I manage his emails, write articles, make video presentations, and at the same time help in conceptualizing his website.
Hi, my name is Daisy, and I am a virtual assistant of a professional coach in California. I do email drafts and handle my client's social media accounts.
Hi, my name is Shinky, and I'm virtual assistant of a real estate broker in Nevada.
Hi, my name is Louis J, and I'm an internet marketer for a website development company in Las Vegas, Nevada. I use social media marketing, article writing and submission, social bookmarking, and SEO needs.
Hi there, my name is Audrey, and I work as a virtual assistant / telemarketer for a funding specialist in Parsippany, New Jersey. At 123 Employee, we strive to always outperform for our clients. Don't just take our word for it, take a listen to what our clients have to say about us.
Each and every one of us in this electronic age need virtual help It is your virtual assistant in the Philippines that's going to take care of all your needs in a snap. And 123 employees where you want to go.
Now I'm using the service and I'm promoting this service to all my entrepreneurs because I think they will be successful that much faster if they have someone else helping them with all the small things.
And this is what really separates 123 Employee from other outsourcing agents that I've met anyway, is the daily follow-up. Every single day, my general manager gets a report from Facebook, Twitter, and I get to know exactly how many new fans I have and how many new followers I have on Twitter. And I feel like I have my finger on the pulse of social media. And I found that with 123 Employee, Gavin, and the rest of the gang, they do an exceptional job.
We want you to know that outsourcing is as easy as 1, 2, 3.
Hey. So just some of the things that a virtual assistant can do for you, things like outbound lead gen, social media, article and content marketing, video marketing, bookkeeping, billing, CRM, data entry, list building, data mining, customer service, audio editing, answering phones, emailing, scheduling, research, follow-up, video marketing, and so much more. So guys, I brought a little gift for you. Let me tell you what I brought for you. A copy of one of my books, my first book on outsourcing, Outsource This. So I've got that for you. I've got both the digital version as well as the audio book, just in case you like to listen to audiobooks. I'm going to give that to you as well. Plus, I've got some other goodies for you as well. If you want to grab them, you can. Just simply go to 123employee.com/S for special. Okay. Also, here's my personal email address. If you have any interest or you'd like to learn more about outsourcing, feel free to hit me up anytime. And that's pretty much all I have for you today, but I'm happy to answer any questions if you have any.
I just want to let them know you were also interested in being part of our club.
Yes.
Definitely.
Yep.
We could definitely use some help.
That's cool. Yeah.
Hey, was that a shot at me? I mean, I'm president again because they hoped I'd get it right this time.
But it's the first time you've been president of this club.
Right.
I've been president 3 times total.
And
But I've
you
been
still
in Rotary.
haven't got it right.
Yeah, I've been in Rotary for 30 years.
Wow, that's awesome.
So,
And she brags she's been to more clubs than I have. I've only been to 177 clubs.
Wow.
And I'm an international speaker. Just a few weeks ago, I spoke to a Rotary Club in Scotland.
That's awesome. How many, and was that just a chapter?
Well, it's the E-Club of Aviation. And they had a couple of people in Scotland. They had them in Berlin, in Switzerland, a bunch from California, anybody all over the world.
That's awesome.
And you could do that in an E-Club. I know you and Howard travel over the world. I can travel over the world without leaving home.
That's pretty cool. That's pretty cool. I'll actually be in Dublin in a couple of weeks.
oh,
We went to change planes there coming back.
they took my curling irons out of my carry-on.
Oh, yeah.
I didn't know that until I got home.
Yeah, that's a bummer.
That's why it's a curling iron, you know?
It's a deadly weapon.
It must be. I've hurt myself a few times.
Yep.
Okay, what was your, it's 123
Employee.com.
employee.com
And if you want to grab those gifts, just do / S for special.
/S. Okay.
I like that one LinkedIn and the Search Tempest thing. I thought those were very helpful. And
Years ago, we had a LinkedIn. I think it was really before we went into an e-club. It was a regular club first. And for some reason, they decided to drop it. And so that may be something we may want to consider investing $50 in.
Yep, there you go.
What do you think, Howard?
I think it would help.
Okay.
Actually, you know
Because
what?
we're an
That
e-club. We can go
strategy-
anywhere in the world.
Yes, you're right. That strategy would work for an e-club. It would not work for a local club. I have other LinkedIn strategies for that, but for an e-club, for sure, it works.
We got a friend in Louisiana. Her Rotary Club is in New Zealand.
That's cool.
We had a friend in Fort Worth. She was in the London E-Club.
That's really cool.
I don't know. Houston has a lot of members all over the world, and they won't share how they got them. But anyway, but if we could go, because we had a speaker a couple of months ago, and he came into us from Perth, Australia. It was 6:30 in the morning. Now, it's hard to get people in Europe, because like I was in Russia, and then we were in Germany, and it's like 9 hours difference. So it's 1:30 in the morning, I think, when I was doing a meeting in Russia, and then in Germany it was 12:30 or 1:30, something like that.
Yeah, you guys would have to do your meetings earlier to be in real time.
And also, like, we have a member in California. Well, he doesn't always come in because it's 4:30 in the afternoon there, and he's always busy doing something else. So he comes in and listens to them online at the YouTube channel.
And this would be good for you because you're traveling, so you could use it to contact Rotary clubs like in Dublin or wherever you're going ahead of time, and they can get the word out because you're working a lot with companies, and and especially in other countries, Rotary members tend to be the elite, even more than in the U.S.
Linda, tell him about the plant manager that you couldn't get in to see.
Oh, yeah, I was calling on a tire company, and I'd been trying to get into to sell some titanium dioxide for white sidewall tires. And so I never could get an appointment, but then I went to a Rotary Club meeting. He happened to be sit across the table from me, and I got in that way.
Nice.
So it's a good networking. I mean, that's what we started out at in 1905, is a networking. Well, then it got to be, oh, no, you don't want to talk about what you do, but it's a service organization. And now we're back to networking again.
Interesting.
And
that's how they got Bill Gates into the polio thing. They're fighting polio globally, and they couldn't reach him, but his father is a member of a club in Washington, and they reached out to the father, and the father reached out to Bill.
Wow, that's cool.
So you can pretty much reach anybody through Rotary.
I heard one speaker talking about raising money, and he says, I don't have any problem. I just call my son, say I need $1 million. He says, okay, Dad, what are you going to use it for? He said, of course, it helps that my name is Bill Gates Sr. So he had a connection.
speaking of polio, Howard, I just sent you an email this afternoon. We had 7 more cases this week. Last year we only had like 24 cases total. Well, now Afghanistan has about 12 or 15. Pakistan is our biggest problem. They have 77 because they have not allowed us to go in and give the vaccine in the last year.
And they killed the doctors when they went.
The amount of polio, or quadrupled the amount. So that's the big thing now. We're trying to eliminate polio. So
The Taliban has killed 70 people who were trying to give polio vaccine to their children. So
now they have almost 80 kids that will be paralyzed, or if they live.
It's very sad.
And this week, or the 24th, was World Polio Day. And so they had speakers.
We're
from
seeing
all over.
your screen, Davin. I don't think you want to share your emails.
Oh, sorry, I didn't know you're...
I thought you should
I'm not
know.
reading it.
I thought you should know.
Yeah.
Let me fix that.
You may want to stop sharing. So you,
stop sharing
I'm looking for the...
it's on the
Because
bottom,
it's
I think.
down at the bottom.
In the
This would
middle.
also be on the YouTube thing.
Yeah. That's why I said something, because I
There
didn't think
you
you'd
go.
want to do that.
Yeah, sorry about that.
That's okay. But I'd love to get that thing that scrapes the
problem, I'll
leaves.
get
That would
that
be
over.
very nice. I'll do something in return. We just redid all my programs. And I'll send you the link so you can see the new stuff.
I would love that. Yeah, I gotta start reading faster. So.
I'm speaking with what's his name, Kevin Harrington tomorrow.
Oh, cool. You guys gonna do something?
I think so. I know him about 25 years. He wanted to do my original commercial, but he found out Kevin Trudeau was involved. He had already been robbed by Kevin or before I was, and he said he'd never work with him again because of what he did the first time.
Is Kevin still in jail?
Yes, yes.
Still in jail.
Yes, he's still in jail. I got just a quick, you enjoy this, Linda, some of Kevin's stories. He got arrested for embezzling checks and told the judge his mother did it, which is a lovely thing to do to your mother. And he made a program. He sold like $60 million worth of product, but he never made it. and he didn't do any refunds, and he spent all the money. That's just small things that he did. He bought a wife. He bought a wife. She was 16. She was Russian. He paid her mother $1 million. He was married her anyway when she turned 18. He was still married when he did it. And he gave her all his precious metals because he was trying to hide his money. And then when they arrested him, somehow she went back to Russia and changed her name. And no one knows where she went.
So did she take all his gold?
Platinum, gold, silver, it's all gone. Who would think a Ukrainian woman you bought from her mother would be unethical? Who could have?
Okay,
how could you have seen that coming?
Why don't we end the meeting with a 4-way test?
Let's do that.
Okay. David, will Howard do it?
Sure.
Yeah, Howard, you can do it.
Okay, this is how we end our meetings. This is the creed. The 4-way test are the things we think, say, and do. First, is it the truth? Second, is it fair to all concerned? Third, will it build goodwill and better friendships? And fourth, will it be beneficial to all concerned? And all Rotarians, that's what they base their business on, being honest
Why
and
don't you
having
stop
a
recording, and
Okay.
then I'll have a comment to make.
Okay, I'll do that right now. Give me a second. Let me find my, there it is. And